The final photo on her phone should not exist. It was taken at night, in a place she was never meant to be, and according to investigators, she could not have taken it herself. This is a real case, documented, investigated, and still unresolved. In the early hours of a cold autumn morning, 22-year-old, name withheld in public reports, was reported missing after failing to return home from a short walk. She lived less than 10 minutes away. Her phone was still active. Her battery was nearly full. There were no signs of distress, no reports of screams, and no witnesses who saw her leave the street. At first, police believed it would be a routine missing person case, someone who got lost, someone who needed time, someone who would return. She never did. Her phone was discovered 3 days later, abandoned near a drainage area just outside town. It was dry, undamaged, and powered off manually, which immediately concerned investigators. Phones do not shut themselves down. Someone had pressed the button. Someone had held it long enough to make sure it stayed off. When forensic analysts accessed the device, they found something else. A photograph time-stamped at 2:14 a.m., nearly an hour after her last known message. The image was blurry, dark, and poorly framed. It showed the outline of trees, uneven ground, and a faint light source in the distance. At first glance, it looked accidental, but metadata revealed something disturbing. The photo was taken from an angle that did not match her height. The phone had been held higher, steadier, as if someone else was holding it. There were no fingerprints on the screen, no usable DNA on the case, and no explanation for why the photo existed at all. Police searched the area shown in the image. The terrain matched. The location was confirmed, but there was no sign of her. No clothing, no footprints, no evidence of a struggle. It was as if she had been removed cleanly, deliberately from the environment. Investigators considered the possibility that the photo had been taken earlier and saved later, but the phone's internal logs ruled that out. The image was captured at that exact time, in that exact place, which raises a question no one has been able to answer. If she didn't take the photo, who did? Friends described her as cautious. She avoided walking alone at night. She never explored unfamiliar areas. She never lent her phone to strangers. Her family confirmed she was terrified of the dark. And yet, the final image on her device was taken deep in an unlit area. She had no reason to enter, an area with no streetlights, no nearby buildings, no cameras. In the months that followed, online analysts enhanced the image. Some claimed to see a figure reflected in the distance. Others argued it was nothing more than light distortion. Police refused to comment on those theories. Officially, the photo remains inconclusive. Unofficially, several investigators admitted it bothered them more than any other evidence in the case, because photographs are moments frozen in time, and this one captured a moment that should not exist. To this day, her disappearance remains unsolved. The phone is still in police custody. The photo has never been released publicly, and no one has explained why the device was found powered off, or why the last thing recorded on it was an image she likely never took. Some believe the photo was a mistake. Others believe it was intentional, a record, a warning, or proof that someone else was there. And if that's true, then the final image on her phone isn't just evidence. It's a witness. Some files end with answers. Others end with silence. This one ends with a photograph taken by someone who never came forward. This is Nightfall Files.